Hello, welcome back to another Alpha Updates video. I did miss the second one last week. It just was a super busy week. I had so much on, and I apologize for that. I want to get these out 2 days a week. I want to make sure these happen 2 days a week. Let's look at it now. Let's get going. Solana Gaming Saturday this week. We're going to have the Remnants. I purchased a Remnant. I purchased a camp, and they are going to walk us through what the fuck are we meant to do with them. So it's really cool. They've got so much stuff coming out. They've got playable loot exercises. They've got their game coin already out. And I've spoken to the team. They're one of these teams that I've spoken to over the last few weeks that really do impress me. They're there for community. I think it's 4,444. I'd have to double check those numbers. But Remnants last I look were 5-6 Solana. So I mean, I like looking at teams, talking to teams, and if they seem cool dudes, I'm going to have a look further. So I'm really keen to get them to GRAPE and see who and what they're about. Obviously, STEPN, big part of my life. Also, I did a 5K run on the weekend, was super pumped.
Step in, baby! Play the dog!
The endorphins were running, the serotonin was running hot. 5Ks, 42 in a month, and I had one break in the middle. So my fitness, we just had the double energy earnings, and I was doing 2 hours a day. My fitness over the last 2 months has gone absolutely parabolic. Absolutely love it. I'm mixing in fasting, all kinds of things. So live quizzes start back today on the Monday. We do 3 a week, giving up to 3 NFTs in those quizzes. Don't be afraid to have a look, jump in. Make sure you read the white paper and have a bit of an idea. Jogging with Barndog, obviously that's me physically jogging, and people come in, talk about the game, talk about all kinds of random things. Let's have a look. I did update. I put a video on today. What did I put on today? I put the Metagates 02 test. I was in there, I think maybe Friday with Para and Steamboat, and I had my best mate sitting behind me. Special entrance from a little puppy dog. Really good fun. It's really cool to see this game changing, building out. STEPN, we had over 518, I believe, on stage. Those AMAs are getting absolutely ballistic. We did a Russian AMA last week as well. Like, the Russian community, the Japanese community, the French community is absolutely getting massive in it. They've got 10,000 daily users. So if you don't know the game and you're not linking into what it is, you should really be looking at it. Move and earn. The GST coins at $2.60 odd now. We'll look at coins. We'll have a bit of a look at that. But, you know, I get paid for the team for the work I do, but don't think that I haven't bought my own shit in the game. I've got a lot of sneakers. I'm building up my main account to 9 sneakers at the moment. I've got my children both have accounts. My missus have an account. I really enjoy that game. And what it's brought to me, we've got 3 generations, you know, kids, myself, the missus, and a grandparent playing the game. So it is super cool. Saturday we had Shade joining us at GRAPE. And Ever is just a trooper. He had COVID over the last week. You could hear him on stage. He was crook as, but he paddled through, came on stage. Super cool dude. These are nearing on 2 hours done live on YouTube as well as GRAPE. And I played a little bit of the loops of the game for Shade. They're going to be minting sometime towards the end of the month, his crook. And that put him a week behind. So they've got multiplayer coming out soon. And they haven't launched any NFTs, right? So not only have they got a game, they've got multiplayer coming out, and it's going to be like six people racing, and then there's going to be a 2v2v2 down the track. There's going to be some cool shit happening in that, right? And the entrance into the game isn't super expensive, so super cool. Last week I put up the Mysteria with the Drunken Aussie Brains Trust. We didn't do real great, but I like these guys. I love the team. I've had them at GRAPE like 4 times now. What they're building out for Web 3.0 gaming is there. It is pay to win. Pay to win. It is play to earn. You can go in there. Someone smashed it in 3 hours. I think we had no chance. But we had fun. There was 4 of us. We had a few rums, had a few laughs, and I really enjoyed it. So looking good. Vincent's got his episode 38 out. I had a bit of a flick through this today, right? And people that know me and have followed me in the system, I'm not a big one for NFTs. I want games, I want utility, but I actually flicked through and I did read parts of this article, parts of these papers. There was a good article in here about rugging and honorary rugging. There was a term to it. We'll go and flick through it. But, you know, Vincent's come on board to GRAPE. This is a great addition to us and a great addition, I hope, for him as well. You know, it's going to get him out there. He does a really fucking good job in helping one-on-one artists. And 38 episodes, you know, 5 months. He's been going for about the same time as we have with Solana Gaming Saturdays. But he pumps out 2 episodes a week, 84 pages. There's Spanish, there's multi-language. It is super fucking awesome. So what was the article I really liked? So we talk about the GRAPE launch, the Mountain DAO. We're doing a few bounties and stuff for some Web 3.0 tooling and grants, and this is really, really cool, right? So where this comes into GRAPE, this article here, this dude's artwork is just insane. And this is the real funny thing, right? The old dog is talking about artwork and stuff. It's stuff like this that is actually bringing me around a little bit to look at artists like this. GRAPE's just started our own decks, and we're looking at supporting one of our artists, and I just see this as just being a super powerful tool and part of GRAPE. My boy Metaverse, not many people cover Star Atlas as well as he does. I'm losing faith and love in Star Atlas. I'll get into that a little bit further, but Metaverse is still powering away, decentralized artwork. So be careful with some of these things you click on. Obviously, there's a bit of a nutty where I should have given a warning there. But make money with NFTs. Yes. That doesn't stress me out too much. Some of this artwork, right? What was the article? I wanted to get to the article. Building a long-term project. And was this... No, it was another article. It was about how a DAO is... ethical rug pull. That's the one. So it was about how one of the projects is removing themselves from the project and the DAO is going to manage it, right? So it talks about that. So what's really cool is it's not just about shitty pictures and like, this is a cool thing. NFTs are here to stay. They're only going to get huge and bigger. So if you don't think that, then obviously I would have a look. DeFi land, what are we looking at now at the seeds at the moment? 2.7. So these launched out. It's the 14th in Australia. These go live on the 15th UTC. I'll double check the time, tell you ahead of stage. You need to understand what they do. If you're holding on to any, if you need to sell them, you need to understand how that works. This is one of the best NFT gamified experiences I've seen. I've said it many times. I've loved DeFi land since the beginning, and I am super keen and pumped to do that event. Lots of red in the market today. I noticed obviously Solana was down to like $92. I haven't seen exactly what the right low was, but this was like 120 last week. It's such crypto, right? Only one's gone back up, so that's pumped up against the market. Genopets, DeFi land. So DeFi land went right up, 8-9 cents after the NFT sale, which was funny. Back down to 7 cents now. Understand you're going to need up to 4,500 per NFT of the DeFi land seeds. So you need to understand if you're going to be watering it and how many to buy is now a good time. I'll leave that up to you, ladies and gentlemen, to work out. But I've got mine ready to go for my seed. GST, right? We just come out of a double energy earnings and it kept going up. It did dip a little bit. It went right up to like the 260s, 270s, and then dipped it down a little bit. But GST, it's the whole STEPN phenomenon is just absolutely monstrous. So, DeFi land, what do you need to know? There was a good medium here, 7,500 seeds. Obviously, Magic Eden shit the bed for a week, and they relaxed and turned off all of their launches and went and did some crowd AMAs, wanted to find out what the community needed, because obviously there's been a lot of rugs lately, right? NFTs, rugs, go figure, DYOR, all those kinds of things. So DeFi land, they actually launched all 7,500 on their own platform, and they gave 8 hours for the whitelist, which was fucking amazing. Job well done, team. They punch out some numbers and that. They had, was it 140,000 hitting their website over the period of time. But it talks about in detail, how much DFL you water as to what it's going to be in the tier. So tier 5, 0 to 700 DFL added in total. Reward 1 NFT. But if you go all the way down the bottom to 4,200 to 4,500 maximum, that's what I was saying, 4,500 maximum. I'm not going to faff about. I'm just going to do mine every 24 hours. You get 4 Gen 0 NFTs. When I did my math on it, it was 6 Solana to get 4 NFTs. That is going to be a way you can play to earn, right? You go fishing. Look, I'll load in. So I'm literally looking at my right screen here. I've got this shit loaded all day long. You can see I play this all day long, level 20. Not hardcore, so I'm not playing 20 hours a day or anything like that. But I'm hitting the fish every now and again. I'm doing the cows. I'm staying in like the top 90 for the month. So yeah, website attracted 144,000 unique IPs over that time. So I'm going to water 2 complete seeds for that. Give you guys a bit of an idea as to whether I think it's worthwhile. Absolutely shit, yes. Not financial advice. Go and do your own research on it. But I think it's fucking awesome, right? Really cool to see them doing this, hey? So a mobile version to water this. So if you wake up for work and you've only got 5 or 10 minutes to get ready and get your lunch and smash out the door on the way to work, you can do it on your mobile phone. And it looks really clean. It doesn't look hardcore, but watering ends in, time left, water days, tier. This is cool, right? I really, really love seeing that. This was new over the last 48 hours. Roguestar had these guys in a Twitter space last week. I know one of the team from having dealt with him in media positions, not media. I've had him at GRAPE on stage, like we've had a chat to him several times. I've kept in touch. Pardon me. And the Star Pass NFT is going to be a great entrance into the game. You're not going to need this to play Roguestar, but if you've got the shits on with Star Atlas like I do, this is going to be another Star Wars themed galactic space, ships fighting other ships or even potentially aliens in outer space. It was a pretty cool Twitter space with these guys, right? Talks about, what this NFT gets you. So what's really important is there's time to go and join in. There's time to go and get a whitelist. The actual whitelist process is super fucking awesome. They're doing it with selected communities and doing this postcard from like the 1970s, 60s kind of corny postcard. And they look cool. I've had fun. We're hopefully going to do one at GRAPE with our community. So this is a good read, right? There's going to be 10,000. They're coming in at like $150 if you get a whitelist, $175 for public. It's not super fucking expensive, but there's actually gameplay before they're launching NFTs, right? So there's time to do a bit of research on it. There's time to go and have a look. Now their white paper just hit the stores in the last couple of days, which is super cool. It's out before the NFT launch. A lot of projects still aren't doing that. If you want a 5-minute white paper read, this isn't it. This will take you a good 20 minutes, half hour at least to have a read. I've gone briefly through it and it is good. I like it, but I want to sit down properly, probably have a beer and do it. Tomorrow I'm going to go in and have a look at this game demo and actually have a bit of a fly myself. So super keen to get in there and have a look. I'm going to be minting in that one, no matter what. I mean, I've set myself up a whitelist, and I'll absolutely be minting. Chain Myth. I'm seeing enough from Chain Myth to keep me happy with the team. This is the thing, right? I bought a golden ticket. I've spoken to Zoe many, many times. Haven't had a chance to have a chat to him in quite a while. But these guys are producing. They're showing us little video clips. They're showing us little parts of the temples of the maps. And there was a bit of an announcement in here, which I had a bit of a read of recently. You are seeing regular stuff from the team on this. So games are going to take time to build, right? I bought my golden ticket for 1.2 Solana. They priced at that $180 market when they first wanted to come out, and they stuck to it. The team is building, love it. But Up only partners with Chainmyth to unlock data-driven play-to-earn gaming. So it's a bit of a data feed, maybe similar to Chainlink, but maybe it's another competitor. So I did a bit of a read through there. It was a good read to see, and then I'm like, well, who the fuck is Up only? And you go and have a bit of a look. 100,000 followers just about. A first play-to-earn gaming, analytics, and prediction platform. To me, sounds very much Chainlinky. Went and had a bit of a look. I don't think I jumped in their Discord, but I'm seeing enough from Chainmyth. Still keeping me pretty happy there. Metagates. Obviously, I'll put a second video up today for these guys. They've got their micro mint. The business that's finishing up soon, they're going to be sharding. You need to understand. I've talked about it a bit, so I'm just keeping people's mind on it. If you've got them, you need to deal with them soon. Fill in paperwork from the team. They've said do it ASAP. So, photo finish. Photo finish breeding event is here, right? It's super cool. There's so many stats and numbers to see. 8 Solana for a B horse, 10 Solana for an A horse. There's more than just, seeing the price. You've got to go in and see, there's grades. They've got stats up to 3 points. Are they going to have any traits for future breeding? There's all kinds of stuff, right, to have a look at. So make sure you're careful with when looking at photo finish. When the fine fillies have bred, they actually change their metadata and become the marvelous mares. So what use are they? They give you crown drop later on down the track. There are bits and pieces. Where is my paperwork for it? It's here. No, where is it? Lonely horses. Is it Lonely Horses or, yeah, Lonely Horses filly listings. It does the analytics of how much crown you're getting for Solana. So there are tools out there. If you're not sure, jump into the Discord. People are happy to help. There is plenty going on, right? We're paying for a scuba mint. Did I get back to the right page? I did. Let's go and have a look at grade. S minus floor 30 Solana. So 28.8 Solana. What did it cost to get an S minus horse? Someone might have gotten a filly for 1 Solana way back when. That's what they actually went to fair launch protocol, right? FLP, 1 Solana was what they came about. They hit like 18 Solana floor last week. If you paid for a breed, you like with one of Scuba, for example, they were selling the breeds for them at 15 Solana. There's a chance to make some good flips on these things, right? So let's go back to my correct tab. This is the one. So yeah, let's have a look at fillies. 12.5, 13.48. So the floor's going up slightly. So this is gonna, if you don't breed, then once this breeding season closes for the fine fillies and the stylish studs, they're no use. You can't race them. They're PFPs. So you've got to keep in mind, if you don't breed them, they're just going to be a crown gatherer. So you may miss an opportunity. Let's have a bit of a look at this. They put out some gameplay. Gives me a chance to have a drink. Shit, my bottle's empty. No sound. But this is gameplay, right? This looks like actual horse racing. It is cool. Mr. Horse, actually 2 dudes. Prickly Pete, Flying Fury, Flights of Flutter, Pixel Push. We're going to have to name our stables. We're going to have some fun with it, I'm curious to see how the naming works. 3rd time. I'm super pumped for this event, right? But are we going to get gameplay before Q2? Probably not. Don't be super overexcited for it. Eizper Chain. I've got some great news for Eizper Chain coming out. I'll do a video for it for GRAPE protocol specifically. They've still got gameplay. They've got a new boss in the game in their alpha, and if you actually complete and kill the Hulk Jouster, you're going to get something in the game, potentially an NFT of a character. I'd be looking at it. Gameplay before NFT, right? So it's only 1,800 launched NFTs. Now they're doing half of that as a private NFT sale and half of that as public. 1,800 with bots and whitelists. It's not really going to get in the public hands anyway. A lot of that is going to hit the secondary markets, but it's going to be a free-to-play game. Genopets, this is a funny one to track. The habitats and crystals. This article is really good if you're following it. I'm obviously doing a shitload of work with STEPN, and I love my STEPN, but it doesn't mean I'm not watching Genopets, because I think by them coming into the system is good for STEPN and vice versa. I think having 2 move to earn games is going to be absolutely great for the economy and for Solana and for blockchain and for Web 3.0, because people are going to be doing both at once, right? Different games, different crowds. It talks about the habitats. It talks about the crystals. It talks about growing and leveling up your habitat to level 3 to be able to do more refined crystals, to be able to do more alchemy and all of that. So it was a really good article to read if you are following Genopets. Lux, kept in touch with Lux throughout. Still waiting to hear a little bit of news back from the whitelist dramas we had there. But I ordered up a pair of Oculus headset myself this week. I think they're $500 or $600. Keen to see. I was meant to have 3 mints myself, 3 NFTs, but 2 of mine got removed from the whitelist. And I minted. I was very lucky. I got a condo and a duplex on my 2 mints. But there was a bit of FUD. And then they've been coming back from that. I've been keeping base with them. They've had some good sales. Nothing huge like Portals, but you look Penthouse, so you get penthouses, and then you get the mansions, and a lot of DAOs and projects are getting mansions. I wonder whether GRAPE's going to get one. We'll wait and see. But definitely following that. Gyris, I had Gyris on stage on Twitter Space. I'd love to do a second one with the team. Australian media production company. They're going to be doing like an NFT media gaming, the People's Marvel. Now, they've got a huge, rich storyline to this. They've already got one video on the website. It's absolutely worthwhile going and having a look. To get whitelisted for this isn't hard. You go and join the community. You need like level 3. You've got to do a retweet competition. You've got to write up a story of who you are. They want to see real people. They want bums in seats, and I fucking love it. Being an Aussie community, being an Aussie person, and I'm proud. I want to do live events in Australia for STEPN, even for GRAPE. We've got something happening with the Monk DAO. I've got a friend in the Monk DAO. Hopefully I'll pinch his ticket. I think it's April, the beginning of April. There's going to be an NFT event in Sydney. So I want to definitely go down for it. But the artwork for this is amazing. Listening to it. So we did like an hour and 20 minutes on stage. Would love to do a second part of that. There was an article here on Portals. 21 minutes. So this was regarding music, and this talked a little bit about one of the games that came out last year. This one here, Fluff World, must be on Ethereum, but it talks about how your rabbit moves to different sounds, and it was making music a bit more interactive. Obviously, we've been stuck with the world with Corona. It's created these new experiences and all of that. If you don't think the metaverse is going to include music and artists, then you're being naive. There is going to be huge amounts of money coming up for projects that are doing this. I know we had Shade at GRAPE on the weekend at Solana Gaming Saturdays, and his music for that was created. We talked about that Saturday night. You can see the video. It's time-stamped. That was amazing soundtrack to that, and it even mentions Audius within this article. It talks about there was other stuff talking about partnering different metaverses. This was down here. The Sandbox recently announced a partnership with Warner Music Group to create a musical theme park and concert venue within the platform. We know platforms are doing things like live casinos, live events. If you go back to Lux, if you look at those, he's got a video on his Twitch, and that was Chris, I believe, the co-founder of showing a nightclub and that, and this shit is going to go off, right? It talks about here the musicians getting into it. Snoop Dogg's been huge for it. He's mentioned something on Solana as of recent. A lot of music artists are getting into it. There was a big AMA this week with Portals and Good Charlotte, one of the artists from Good Charlotte. Portals just did a 5 million raise. Sounds like a lot, but that's pretty standard. Like 3 to 5 million. 5 million's a good raise. Portals are an absolute beast. Are they going to be the only metaverse out there? Absolutely not. You're going to have a whole heap of metaverses. And Portals has done amazing things, huge partnerships, big for Solana. You know, it's sitting at 80 Solana floor, launched at 1.5 in December. So massive, massive price upgrade. This looked really cool. This was a bit of a look at, you know, like just how they make up those demos and stuff, impressions and that. So this was a bit of a cool sort of thing. Excuse me, itchy schnoz. I wish my water I had some in it. Now, Aver. This is an NFT that's not minting. This is an access card. They talk about it. I've gone and filled in for this. I had Aver on stage at STEPN during one of our live quizzes. I'm impressed with what they're doing. Decentralized betting markets on Solana. They're going to do some absolutely degen shit like betting on the NFT floors of certain things, maybe on the monks. All kinds of stuff, right? But they are going to do traditional gambling, but it's all going to be via access of crypto. So I definitely want you to DYOR, but this is going to be a really cool way of getting into the community. It's still super early. You can see the numbers. There's not a lot. There wasn't a lot. Actually, shit, that's quite big compared to what it was last time I looked. But this NFT is going to be something that's very cool. So if you can't get into it and get one early, maybe have a look at the markets, not financial advice. I'm not paid to say anything about this, but they hit my radar through STEPN and definitely keen about it. Right. I'm not happy with Star Atlas. A lot of people following my content will see my comments and my points of views on that. And this article absolutely brings home a lot of that, right? This is talking about how they're making their intellectual property their own, but it's talking about how you can't go doing contests. So let's have examples of impermissible uses of their IP, right? Giving away art or NFTs based on Star Atlas intellectual property directly in order to induce others to contribute funds, assets, or anything of value to your DAC. So that effectively means if you're doing any stream which puts your DAC into the spotlight, that they can shut you down for impermissible use. What's valuable to your DAC? Being in the spotlight, people knowing about your autonomous corporation, people knowing about the team you're playing for, what you're out there for, that's valuable, right? So likes, retweets, follows, that's valuable stuff. But they're basically saying they can shut you down, serve you with paperwork from their lawyers. You're going to have to say you don't work for the team, all these kinds of things. Now, I get it. It's a very hot topic at the moment about intellectual property. You've got to be very careful with the metaverses. Some people think you can go and have like a metaverse room and then put the Super Bowl on a TV and put that openly on the internet. You're going to have to be super, super careful with this shit, right? But right here, they've just gone, they can shut you down. Like Star Atlas, they talk about power to the people, stick it to the man. They've absolutely become the man. What they're doing is horse shit. They're delaying things. They delayed first the Gen 0 stake. They've delayed the Polar stake and put out 51 ships, right? They put out a ship worth $15. You can't play the game yet. Why are you going to want to micromanage a $15 ship? Someone that's joining the game that's got $15 should absolutely not be putting it into Star Atlas because they're not playing the game, right? I think, they are not doing open AMAs. They are doing just this fucking curated things all the time, and yeah. So for me, if you're not happy with Star Atlas, there are other metaverse games out there that are based on that. And this is why I like seeing teams like Roguestar coming out. They're building on Unity. They've got gameplay before game. They've got a team of gamers that are building this as well. They want to play the games with their crowd and community. They're not raising $150 million to get out there and stuff, right? They are going 150 to 175. So this horse shit from Star Atlas, yeah, that's enough of a rant. Sovana, now they've started staking. So they started staking with Cyberfrogs. Never heard of who Cyberfrogs were. I minted my two for these guys. Went and staked them, and it looks like you keep control of your NFTs. You're just staking it on the Cyberfrogs platform. And I must have got a rare one because you get the 0.275 per day, it might be, and then you get an extra 15% for a rare copy. So it was really cool to see this, and these tokens and coins are going to be used to mint NFTs in Sovana, the Metaverse. They are working super hard for their 2D platform Metaverse. They've got shitloads of partners. Their music's pretty cool. These are good dudes. Aussies, I love it, and they are doing a lot of things in the Aussie scene. Let's have a bit of a look at this. Guild Saga, I put this on a research video a little while ago. Now, they're going to mint at the end of the month on Magic Eden. They're going to be on Solana, Fractal, and Magic Eden afterwards. They're building on Unity. I was keen for these guys, but I don't know. I haven't really felt it I haven't gone deep in researching it because there's so many options, right? How many games can a person play? So I'll stop it there. Another minute or so to go. I see the video's at half an hour. So just because I haven't gone deep in it, I could have got a whitelist for it, but I've come to the stage where I've got so many games. I've minted out so many NFTs. I've got to be careful of how deep I go into it. I think these guys are a good alternative for people wanting to get into something early. They've got gameplays that reminds me very much of WoW. Very pixelated, but they've got storylines, they've got competitions, they've got a thriving community. Let's have a look at how many people in the Twitter. You see 15K, that's a big thing, right? They're followed by a lot of people in the Solana ecosystem. I think this is a good alternative to definitely keep your eyes on it. So that's going to wrap up my Monday. I'll try and get another one out Thursday, Friday. Just a reminder, I've got Remnants on stage this week and at Solana Gaming Saturdays. Obviously doing live quizzes all week with STEPN, doing jogging with Barndog at STEPN, GRAPE Protocol Discords. There's just so much happening, right? We are heating up. Q1 of this year, we're heading into mid-February, so we're only halfway through this quarter. It is going to be absolutely ballistic with what's happening. There's going to be plenty of games coming out with gameplay, so it's going to be a rocking quarter. Keep your eyes open. Be aware. I miss plenty of stuff, but I do try and get some of the highlights. Hope you guys enjoy, and thank your mother for the rabbits.